What do you expect from Fort Wayne? What are they known for?
They can really score. They got one of the best. Obviously, people know about Mike Dom, but they have probably this. If he's 1A, he's Conchar's 1B as far as the best player in our league. He's a unique matchup because he's a 6'5" point guard and he can play, a variety of different ways. So, very talented offensively. They shoot the ball very well because they're unselfish, and they have a lot of skill. So that's the thing. We're going to have to do a much better job than we did in Northern Iowa at times of guarding the dribble, but also defending the three-point line. And they have they got some older guys that are used in their system. So I think it's a program that's been used to winning in the Summit League. And for us, it's the first time we played them in quite a while. I know we played them back when Dane Fife was the head coach, but that's been some years ago. And they play a completely different style. But I expect them to be very skilled, very talented, high octane on offense, and really compete on the defensive end.
What have you seen from getting Marlon Stewart back in the line?
Just a physical guard who can press the tempo for us. He can get his feet to the paint and not only score but make plays for others. He's still getting his rhythm. It's, to be fair to him, it's 2 games, and obviously one being Marquette, a ranked team. Was in foul trouble in that game, was even in foul trouble against Northern Iowa. Just getting the rust off him and getting used to that. But as he gets more and more acclimated, I think you're going to see our team take another big step, just because of that's another guy who can score, another guy who can create his own shot, another guy who can defend and is physical defending bigger guards. So I just expect him just to get better and better as each game wears on, but as each week rolls on. He hasn't had a lot of repetition with the guys in the rotation, so that's still a process that we're going through as well.
And having him back for Fort Wayne specifically, does he give you an option to have a bigger body to guard Fort Wayne?
Yeah, but it does. But he's that talented where I think through his 3 years of starting and now his 4th year, I think a lot of different teams have thrown a lot of different looks at him: size, athleticism, speed, and physicality, and it does not bother him. He's that talented. He's that poised. So yeah, it does. But I think at the same time, he's that talented enough where he's seen enough of that stuff. It doesn't really bother him. It's how can we just do a good enough job on him, but also not allow their support guys to have big nights for them.
What have you learned from your team about going on all these road games to programs like Marquette, Kentucky?
I felt we learned in stretches. We played pretty high-level basketball, and when we stayed the course with what we were trying to get done, good things happened for us. We've learned that we've been in a lot of road games down the stretch, and we got to find ways to finish those, but we've executed well. It still comes down to getting whether it's a key defensive rebound or making against Northern Iowa was a foul shot or making a layup. The execution was great, but it's still the finishing of the possession is where this team needs to show advancement and growth. So, but I've been very pleased with them. We had a great week last week. We didn't win 2 of the games, but I thought we had some stretches. We were really, really talented, and we really showed some promise.
Do those marquee matchups help recruiting? Like, you're on the SEC network and on Fox Sports. Does that help you as you go looking for your next class?
I think so. I think, the kids, athletes in general, in any sport, want to play in those games. They want to be on TV for their families. But as a coach, we want to be able to continue to brand our university and brand our programs across the country. I do feel that's something that not a lot of people know about North Dakota, across the country outside the Midwest. The people in the Midwest know what we're about, but I think the more we can branch out and show those markets what what our programs and how talented they are, the better it will be. We're still very young in our Division I life, and it's just going to get better and better. And I think the more opportunities we have to showcase that, the better we'll be across the board.
As far as going into conference play, I mean, what's the number one thing you want your team to be focusing on?
Yeah, just continue to get better. I thought we continue to show tremendous grit, for a young team. Obviously, this is new for all of us. We're going on a journey none of us have been on as far as the Summit League, the teams, the travel. So just continue to grow together and build upon what we've built so far. But, our guys have been very hungry of staying the course and embracing the process, and it's still a process. I know now we got 16 league games. We're still figuring it out, but I think there's been tremendous strides there, and that's what we have still such a high ceiling with this group, and that's what I'm excited about. But as long as they come every day to work and understand we're close, but be able to make that next step, there's going to have to be a lot of consistent and hard work that goes into it.
This is gonna be an exciting time for your program. You're in a league with a lot of historical teams. That's gotta be exciting.
It is, and it's for me, just a lot of pride for the Dakotas in general. I think they built, in the last few years, the Summit League. They've had a lot of championships across the board. When you think of two states that are fairly small in population, but the pride, the fans, and the support that they get from fans and administrations and school presidents, I just think it's a special league for us. It's a special time for us, and one that obviously we're going to have a lot of fun easing our way into. But it's to me, it's a perfect fit, and we're just grateful to be a part of it. Yeah.